Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to play the song August by Taylor Swift on ukulele. We're going to be playing in the original key, F major, so if you'd like to follow along to a lead sheet, I included a link to it in the description, as well as a link to a cover I did of the song, so feel free to check that out after this tutorial. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so in a moment I'm going to show you the chord progression for the entire song, but before that I wanted to show you the fingering for the chords. So if you are a ukulele expert and have been through all the chords before, feel free to skip ahead to this time. So the chords that we're going to be going over today are F major, B flat major, G minor, and C major. So starting with F major, we place our first finger on the first fret of the second string, and our second finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and it sounds like this. And the next is B flat major, in which we place our entire first finger on the first fret of all of the strings, and then our second finger on the second fret of the third string, and our third finger on the third fret of the fourth string. And it sounds like this. And then we have G minor, in which we place our first finger on the first fret of the first string, our third finger on the third fret of the second string, and then our second finger on the second fret of the third string. And it sounds like this. And then C major, which is the easiest of them all we do is place our third finger on the third fret of the first string, and it sounds like this. And now I'm going to show you the strumming pattern that I like to use, and I'm actually going to show you two different versions, one that's a little easier and less syncopated, and one that's more syncopated. So if you're new to ukulele, I suggest to use the first one, and it sounds like this. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. And the second more syncopated strumming pattern that I personally like to use goes like this. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. So one thing to notice with that is that when I'm strumming that first one, there's a little bit of a pause there, so it goes down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. And now the chord progression. It goes like this. F major, B flat major, G minor, and C major. And with that first strumming pattern, it goes like this. Salt air and the rust on your door. I never needed anything more. And here's the second strumming pattern. Rest on your door. I never needed anything more. And that is the chord progression for literally the entire song. So congrats on learning August. Now, if you're just starting off with ukulele, I definitely recommend to practice those chord progressions and strumming patterns like we did before you move on to this next step. Alright, so a lot of what I'm going to show you now is simply pausing at the right moments to enhance the dramatic feel. Like in the first verse, we have this. Salt air and the rust on your door. I never needed anything more. As you could hear, I just paused at the very beginning of the verse phrase, and you can literally do this every verse and it sounds really cool. The next part I think is worth pausing is at the chorus. This is reflected in the way Taylor Swift does it, as well as just aids in making the words stand out more. Like this. And I can see us lost in the memory. August slipped away into a moment in time, 'cause it was never mine. And I can see us twisted in bed sheets. August sipped away like a bottle of wine. as you could hear, I held up those first two chords, F and B flat, and then continued with the strumming pattern on the G minor and C. And finally, the coolest pause that again is reflected in the original music happens at the very end when she repeats this phrase. Remember when I pulled up and said get in the car and the cat's in my plans just in case you call. Back when I was living for the hope of it all. Meet me behind the mall. And the pause happens here. Remember when I pulled up and said get in the car and then cat's in my plans just in case you call. Back when I was living for the hope of it all. And that was August. Again, another beautiful song off of Taylor Swift's new album. Now, if this was helpful at all, I would encourage you to subscribe and ring that bell, as well as comment any other tutorials you'd like to see me do next. And please comment if I may have left something out or if you need extra help with something. And lastly, thanks for watching. I enjoy being able to help people from all around the world and just really appreciate all the support. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Salt air and rust on the